Welcome back, RCC. Today, I'm honored again to bring one of my students before you to share a little bit about themselves and their background, their goals and aspirations, and their journey here at RCC. So welcome, Adriana.
Hi, thank you for having me.
No, I'm really very thankful for you. Let's start by you just sharing, a little bit about yourself.
So I grew up mostly in Paris, California.
You do?
Yeah, so not too far from here. I grew up with 6 siblings, and we grew up mostly very family-oriented. My dad is a very hard worker. He worked night shifts for about 13 years. Overtime, well, with 7 kids, you gotta make a lot. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom for most of her life as well.
Wow.
Started having kids at 17 years old.
Oh, and where are you in the order of siblings?
Right in the middle.
Are you?
Yeah, straight in the middle. I had 3 older and 3 younger siblings.
And how many sisters, how many brothers?
4 sisters and 2 brothers. So the oldest is a boy and the youngest is a boy.
Wow.
All in between is girls.
What high school did you go to?
Oh, it's a New View Bridge Early College High School in Nuevo, which is, it's not in Paris. It's like just 15 minutes out.
I'm not familiar with that.
It's an early college high school.
What does that mean?
So the school itself would transport us into the college MBC. Buses would go through all day, picking up students, dropping them off, picking them up, dropping them off all day. And we were able to take any classes that we wanted to follow. I know so many people that graduated with associate degrees.
You're kidding.
Yes, yeah.
How was that experience for you?
It was honestly pretty exciting. I think for me personally, I didn't take advantage of it as much as I should have. But I'm actually happy that I am where I am now here at RCC. It kind of just starts me fresh. I don't have too much experience in the college, but I know enough to where I feel comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you come straight to RCC after high school?
No, so I have been a hairstylist for 4 years. I started right after the summer after I graduated. I went to cosmetology school, not here, unfortunately. The opening was just a little too far away for me. So I went to a school in Corona called Advanced Beauty Techs.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. I've been a hairstylist for 4 years, and I love being a hairstylist. I love it so much. It's an amazing industry. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't really quite understand what it takes to be a hairstylist. We're entrepreneurs. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We start from the bottom, and it's by ourselves.
That's right.
We don't really have anyone because we're the ones that provide the service.
Yeah. I didn't realize that you were going to be an entrepreneur as you were going through Cosmo, or was it after you finished?
It was after I finished. I don't think I quite grasped the idea of being an entrepreneur or what it meant. But now seeing it, especially being in school and knowing what it takes to be an entrepreneur, I now connect the dots.
So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And you love it.
Oh, I love it. It's a great industry. You could do so much with it. I think the reason I'm in school is because I feel like I have this urge of something even greater. I feel like I have ideas that I want to just follow through with. I've always been very good at school, and I didn't go to college necessarily or get accepted into a college because I wasn't doing well my junior and senior year mentally. So that kind of pushed me back a little bit, but I still continued. I went to cosmetology school. I went to many, many different states to learn, especially in my field. I've been to New York. I've been to Texas. I've been to Florida.
Nice.
I've been to many conferences. So I've never stopped learning.
That's beautiful. Okay, so when you were talking about just a few moments ago, you feel that you have a calling or something. I could tell you really got introspective. What were you thinking?
I don't know. I just feel like I've always been someone to strive for more. And for a while, I think I held off on it from fear, truthfully, of failing. But now I just see it as I could put myself in many different situations and learn something from it, even if it doesn't work out.
Even if it doesn't work out, yeah. Because you learn from that.
Yeah. You could learn from anything and anyone. I see RCC as an opportunity to really expand. My career has helped me learn to speak to everyone comfortably. I speak to strangers all the time. I sit with them for 5 hours sometimes for services. So I really learned how to just communicate better, to really bring a positive vibe.
Right. I really hope that we can flame the fire that you have to accomplish these dreams that you have reflected on, that you feel pulled toward. That's awesome. So what actually brought you to RCC?
I had considered coming back to school. Even when I was in cosmetology school, it was always a thought of eventually coming back and going into college. But it was truly a motivation of my partner. He was deciding to change his career completely. And I just chose, okay, I'm going to go in because I've known I wanted to go back, and I'll see where it leads me. And so far, I've really had a great time. It has been difficult balancing work and school and also a social life. But overall, it's been rewarding.
Wow. Well, tell us, how do you find balance? Work, your business, your partner, school, life. How do you balance that?
It's something I still struggle with. I feel like there's always going to be the periods of times where I'm really good at balancing all of it in one day. And then there's days where my work will affect my school and my school will affect my work. And both of those will affect me socializing with family and my significant other. But at the end of the day, I feel like I also prioritize time for myself. And I feel like that kind of balances it all. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel energized. Sometimes where I have the time to do an assignment, I'll just stop and kind of take a step back and make sure that my mental health is great. It's because if it's not, then I won't do good in anything.
You're right.
I always try to put myself first. So even if it's an hour in a day, just doing something for yourself.
Like what?
I love to read. I love readings. I love even just going to the park. I love going to the park. I love, I think it's Fairmont, right? In Riverside. I know it's not.
Fairmont Park, right?
Right?
Fred? Is it Fairmont Park?
Fairmont Park.
Yes. I just like going to go see the ducks.
Oh, that's nice.
So if I have a break during school, I'll go see the ducks and just kind of take a moment to really take everything in and prioritize what's important to get done as well.
So it sounds like it grounds you
Mm-hmm.
and offers you the opportunity to do some reflection.
Yes, yeah.
Not to put words in your mouth, but then from that reflection, it settles you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think it becomes overwhelming thinking of, oh, I have to do all these things for work. I have to do all these things for school. And I also have to go visit my family. And kind of taking that step back, you see the bigger picture. You see, okay, what is important to get done by a certain time? And how long will it take me? I could go see my family for an hour. I could come back, do an assignment for another hour. And then I could prioritize kind of getting things done for work as well.
Wow. So do you consider yourself a very organized person?
Oh, yes. I have I have calendars everywhere. I have everything on my calendar. It just keeps my mental stability better.
When you're organized.
When I'm organized, because it's not all in here. It's just all laid out for me.
So that's something I want you to say again
Yeah.
at the camera. Because students don't do that. They don't get it.
Yeah. I think it's overwhelming to kind of have all these thoughts in your head of what you need to get done. So having it laid out for you in front of you, you see everything that needs to be done. And I think it takes away from the stress.
Thank you. That's good. I hope y'all hear that. It's really powerful what she just said. We all have to be better organized because it does take the stress off of us. And I don't know how you do it anyway. How can you be a student, working, homework, life, family, and keep it all clear in your head. I can't do it.
No, I have everything written out to what and everything by a certain day, because if I don't, then I lose track of things.
So do I.
I lose track of everything that I need to do.
So do I. Awesome. We're not alone here. So I know you're an entrepreneur, but you could have actually majored in anything. Why did you choose business?
I feel like I knew I wanted to go into business. It's something that I find interesting. Every aspect of it I find interesting. Of the financial part, I find the organizational part very interesting. I find just the interaction with so many different kinds of people very interesting as well.
Wow.
Yeah, because in business, you could join any company. It could be from cosmetics to sports to even just corporate America.
You're right. And your experience as a beautician has taught you how to connect with people.
Yeah, I've talked to many different kinds of people that are in all kinds of careers.
See, and that's the foundation of being successful in business, is being able to communicate. That's beautiful. Excuse me. Was there a specific experience or person that influenced your decision?
I would say that I had a mentor that I assisted for a year before I started styling.
You did?
Yes. Yeah, I worked as an assistant, and she taught me, of course, everything I needed to know to be a stylist, as well as the services. But she taught me how to just be a more intentional with the way that I live and the way that I speak about myself. Yeah, so it's something that I've realized coming here, is that she was a big part of why I'm so motivated outwardly. I was always motivated within, but now I show it.
That's beautiful. Do you want to give a shout out to that person?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Sandra Saab. She is quite inspirational. She just taught me how to be positive within myself and never to speak poorly about myself.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, she would always correct me. If I said anything negative about myself, she would tell me that I shouldn't be saying that.
Wow. Make sure you send her this so she can see
I would.
your shout out. That's beautiful. Is there a particular area within business that excites you the most, and what?
I really like financing. I like the financial part. That's why I'm kind of going for the financial route for my bachelor's. I think the organizational part is something I think I want to contribute into my master's, because I do want to get my master's.
You do?
Yes, yeah. I want all the master's, but I'm pretty good with numbers. It just comes with the career, and then as well, I've just always been good at math in pretty much my whole life.
Remind me, before the semester ends, I want to give you a referral to an organization that can help you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you the first person in your family to go after higher education?
Yes, in a way that I know I'm going to complete it. My sister did start going to college in MVC, but unfortunately she had a setback and she hasn't been able to go back. And yeah, I'll probably be the first one to graduate from college.
That's beautiful.
My oldest brother is in the military, so he went to a little bit of college, but he joined the military pretty young. He's been in the military, Army.
Really?
Yes.
He's been in a while?
Yes, yeah. It's going to be, I think, 10 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, yeah.
Awesome.
It's great, quite great. It's very different being the one being educated compared to my family, but I think it's going to benefit all of us in the end. I want to be able to help them. I can't now, but in the future, I'd hope to at least get them started in the businesses that they want.
That's wonderful. I love that. What challenges have you faced on this path you're taking that have assisted you today?
I would say it'd be just the internal self that challenged me today, that challenged me, and it still challenges me to this day, but it's become more of that motivation.
What is it inside that's challenging?
More of the fear of failure. I feel like everyone has that of feeling that where they imagine they'll be won't happen.
Yeah.
But I think it pushes me to just work harder. It pushes me to imagine myself where I want to be and believing it.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's why, as we were talking before we started filming, and she was mentioning one of my guests, Virginia, Dr. White, and how she was inspired by her. That's why I think it's very important that you find some female mentors who can help guide, support you academically. They don't have to be in business. They can be anything, just people you respect, who they'll have your back. Because all of us, and you'll see that the more videos you watch of this YouTube show we have, everyone has the same challenge. All of us have fear. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And I think it's something that many people don't really speak of.
Agreed.
Because they're embarrassed, I feel that.
And what?
They're embarrassed. We're all feeling the same way.
We are. So let's just pull together, help each other, and let's pull each other up. That's beautiful. You're a beautician. I know you want to go into finance, maybe organization, but what is your dream career?
It's funny that I see myself, at least the title that I've seen that does it all, that seems a little scary to people, would be me being more of like a CEO.
Love it.
COO.
Yeah, COO. That's very diverse.
Yes.
And then that leads to you becoming the CEO.
Yes, yeah. I see myself being involved in something much bigger. I see myself being pretty high up there. I feel like I can get myself high up in a company.
Why not? Absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to really change the way that I think about things. It's going to just get me to a place where I've always imagined.
Yeah. I love that. That's beautiful. How do you see school preparing you for that?
I think that it's not only contributing to my educational background, of course, it's contributing to just kind of opening my horizons, meeting people. I've already met so many people, and it's only my first year here.
This is your first year?
Yes, yeah. This is my first full year. I started in spring, and I've done summer and now fall. But I think it's really just going to bring me to meet the people that I'm meant to meet and connect me to the places that I need to be.
Wow. That's awesome.
I see it a lot more than educational. I see it as a network.
A network. That's beautiful. Have you had any challenges as it's related to this journey? Like, what did you find challenging about the process of becoming a student? What have you found very easy and beneficial to you?
It was quite difficult adjusting back into school. It's been pretty much 5 years since I graduated high school. So getting back into the student mindset was a little bit more difficult than I imagined. I wasn't quite prepared for that. Just knowing that these assignments are all lining up, and to be able to complete the semester properly, I had to do every single one and fit them into my schedule. I think that was a little more difficult for me. But now that I'm like at least 2 semesters in, I feel like I've understood that my educational potential. It's a lot easier for me to complete assignments now. Yes, yeah. So that was something I didn't understand, that it was going to be a little difficult for me. Not understanding certain assignments, reading just necessarily in a more advanced education was a lot harder for me.
But you're doing okay.
Yes, yeah. I'm doing better now.
I can't imagine because I was a student that I came and then I left for like 5 years, and then I came back.
Yes, yes.
So it is an adjustment, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I think it's the understanding certain things when it comes to paperwork, when it comes to even just reading certain assignments, certain books. They're on a much higher level of education that as a starter, you're not really going to understand very well.
Oh, you're not.
Yeah, so that was something that was an adjustment. Now I am better at not only understanding, but knowing where I can get help to understand certain things, as in going into professors' offices and asking these questions of, I don't understand this assignment at all, and I really do need help.
That's right. And that's why we're here.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I think that's also something that I've learned is your professors are here to help you. They're here for your benefits. And so don't be fearful of going into offices and bringing these questions. I now understand the question of no question is dumb, because there are questions that are a little more simple to understand, but it's okay if you don't understand them.
That's right. Y'all, she said, when you don't understand something, go see your professor. I think education is a calling, because most of us could be doing other things. And this calling opens us up to want to help you. And it hurts me when I see so many of my colleagues not being taken advantage of as far as students coming in to help them. I go by their offices and their offices are empty, and I'm like, oh no, students should be in here. And I think it's because students have a fear.
Yes, yeah. They have a fear. I think people have a fear of looking like they don't understand certain things because they believe they should understand them.
My goodness. I wish I didn't know everything. Right? Oh my goodness. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I will be transferred already to a different school, possibly closer to graduating. I do want to get into my master's degree, so hopefully kind of beginning that process. Career-wise, I will still be a hairstylist, a beautician. I want to stick with it until I've known I'm completely done with school and kind of see where that leads me. I don't like to put too much pressure on where I think I'm going to be in a certain amount of years. I know there's certain things that I'd like to hope for, but I'm just going to see kind of where the path leads me.
See where the wind blows.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I said to my students the other day. Yes. Sometimes we need to just not fight it.
Yeah. I think, and then there's going to be different things coming your way in the next couple years that you might not have expected, truthfully. So I keep an open mind. I know when there's going to be an opportunity that I should take advantage of, and there's going to be opportunities that I will pass.
That's right. Are you attending school full-time or part-time?
This semester, part-time.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, full-time.
You're going full-time and working full-time?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm here pretty much, I think, 4 days out of the week. I'm taking 5 classes total.
Really? So you're on a mission.
Yes, yeah. This semester has been my hardest semester because this is the most classes I've been taking. This is my first time being full-time.
But you're doing it.
I am.
That's beautiful.
I have a couple weeks left.
Yes, you do. 4 weeks left.
4 weeks left.
Oh, and then finals.
Yes. Finals, yes.
You got that too. You do. So we already kind of have an idea of your business goals. You want to get your AA, transfer and get your bachelor's degree. Then you want to pursue a master's, and you're open to the career industry that you're going to. Or do you really want to stick in the beauty, fashion, Cosmo area? I'm
open. I do love the career, but I'm open to doing something new. I don't want to hold myself to one thing. One thing that you've taught me was something that I think about often now is that most people have about 4, I think we said 5 careers in their lives. And I think it's kind of opened up my mind of not feeling secluded to one thing. Because I think many people grow up thinking, I'm going to be doing this one thing for the rest of my life.
Agreed.
And it's scary to think about that because then you feel trapped.
Yeah.
You feel like you can't change to just, you could be a surf instructor one day to a florist another day if you wanted to.
If you want to. Yes, and nothing's wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, yeah.
And I find that particularly in our industry of business, there's so many opportunities because we enter an industry, we learn, we apply what we've learned in school, and then we realize, let's try something else.
Yeah.
And nothing's wrong with that. So I'm glad you're open to that.
Yeah, I'm open to any opportunity that I feel that it's going to benefit me.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. All right. So what advice did you give other students who are considering majoring in business and coming to RCC?
I would say to use RCC as an opportunity to learn how to communicate to others, because you could always learn something from anyone. It could be someone that you probably don't even connect to career-wise, but there's always something to learn, and there's always something to learn in every experience as well.
Wow, that's good. Thank you. That's really, really good. So let's get into some of your reflections and insights. There's a few questions that I always like to ask. One is, because you've had a career, you're in a career.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the biggest lesson learned in the industry that you're in right now as it applies to where you're at?
I think there are many careers out there, such as mine, that people usually see a bubble around. I think there's many misconceptions of different careers that they're only kind of stuck into one little bubble. But I think you could make any career something big. As a hairstylist, people see hairstylists a certain way just because of the past. But now there's people that have done many amazing things being a hairstylist, going into education, opening up companies, even just being at events as in hair shows, conferences. It's amazing seeing how these people have built from a dream into such a amazing, just big picture for everyone else to kind of envision.
So are those some of the things that have affected and influenced you?
Yes, yeah. I would say that going to these events, just seeing, I think about how they've created such a big thing that benefit also not only themselves, but to other people.
Wow.
Just as a motivational key, just to kind of give them the image of what they can be and what they want to be are possible.
Love it. Okay, so on that strand of motivation, this is the favorite question I like to ask all my guests. If life is a journey like it is, what's a song that represents where you're at or that journey that you're on right now?
Song? Oh, that's hard. I think it's not really representational of my life, but it's something a song that I think about that I used to play at September. Earth, Wind, Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a song that I would play when I would feel down.
Really?
It would just be something that kind of like uplift me.
Yeah.
Just the whole song itself.
I'm hearing the beat right now.
Yes, yeah. It was something I'd play in the morning before I went to school when I started driving in high school. And it'd be a song I just put randomly where I just needed a little uplift and needed a little happiness.
Oh, I love it. Do you remember that song, Brad? Earth, Wind, and Fire. September. Yeah. Tony, you remember that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, it's a good song. I love that song.
I'm going to have to play it when I get out of here.
Yeah, and my birthday's in September, so
that's
I love it.
That's awesome. Okay, so we've talked about a lot today.
Mm-hmm. A lot of motivational things.
Is there anything that you'd like to end today's session with to make sure everyone who's listening, not only students, but teachers, management administrators, something you'd like to share with them to kind of tie it all together?
Yeah. I was thinking about this on the way here. I think everyone's in a rush to get to where they want to be. I feel that I had this gap in between high school and college, and in between, it really gave me a different mindset. I feel that when you come out of high school, you're scared and you don't know what's going to happen. I think you should kind of think of RCC or any kind of college as a journey. You're going to be changing your mind. You're not really going to know what you're going to do. And that's okay.
It's okay.
That is okay. It's not something that you have to figure out within a certain amount of time.
That's beautiful. Wow. That's very beautiful. Thank you, Adriana.
Thank you.
Today was really good. This was really good to me. I needed to hear a lot of the things that you said. I hope you all enjoyed this. And again, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. And we look forward to seeing you next time on our show. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you soon.